Hi, and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender show. Normally we have our young commentators, but the chairs are empty. Apologies from all of them, to be honest, but hopefully we'll start clicking away next week because it's going to get busier over the next few weeks, not just for the young commentators. They'll be taking a summer break, won't they? They'll all be away on holiday when the schools break up, so we'll have one or two more managers coming in and people having their thoughts on the new season and the heading of the ball, or should I say no heading of the ball. So it should be interesting. So if you want to put your name down and give us an email, mal@don'ttexttheline.com. If you want to make headway, shall we say, coming onto the programme and putting your point of view across, what your thoughts will be, what your thoughts are, and whether you, like me, will continue doing a team next year, because I've handed Club DXTL, successful club, 2 years we've been going, 2 teams have won trophies, managers are absolutely superstars, myself, Sophie, Michael, they've been brilliant, and we've all been brilliant, and the kids have loved us, but I've stepped down, handed the reins over to JFA Football Academy. Yes, they've taken on our 2 teams and they will no doubt get all the glory for it, but who cares, because at the end of the day I stepped away from a lot of admin, a lot of disagreements, saying I sat in, not with Club DXTL, with another team on a disciplinary, and I just felt as if there was no way on earth that the team was going to win. And I know for a fact there was a lot of ifs and maybes, and it could have been, and it wasn't involved in that. But whichever way I went, whichever way you looked at it, it was always going to be guilty. And I stood down, and this is why you might have heard on a few shows, I'd like to hear all the stats or see the stats of how many disciplinaries that actually managers win against your county FAs when it goes in regardless on a team, and I know there's a lot of guilty verdicts out there, yeah I do, but I also know there's a lot of and ahhing, because when you work it out, it's only the referee. Now the referee is not a judge. The referee, or you may say the referee is a judge, but I don't buy into that referees their report should mean the be all and end all of everything. I really don't. Even though I support referees, I also support coaches, managers, because they're the ones who are bringing in teams on voluntary basis 99.9% of the time. They're trying to get the kids off the streets, they're trying to improve the kids' performances on and off the field of play, their attitudes. So without basically these volunteers, there won't be any game, because when one of the officials said to me that it's the referee the be all and end all of a game, totally wrong, totally disagree. I think the managers, the coaches who get these teams together, they're the be all and end all. They are the beginning and the end of football. Because, like me, I've stood away, and to be honest, I thought I was a good manager. Sophie's continued. My son, I thought was an excellent manager, done all his courses as well, done everything. And you sometimes feel as if teams are being picked on for no fault through their own. And obviously, I've got bigger stories than this throughout what I've seen. I come back after 2 years. I used to be a manager many years ago. I came back into it. As everyone knows, I do Don't Cross the Line campaign, supporting our referees and supporting the kids on the football pitch. But also I want to support the coaches, the managers out there as well. And I am sort of bringing people together. So I'm basically supporting everyone involved in grassroots football. The ones who give 100%, the ones who are not guilty of any foul language, verbal abuse, aggression, racist comments and bullying. I don't involve myself with that. This is why we've done a campaign to make sure that the kids were being left alone to play, and the referees being left alone to officiate. The campaign I saw was the referee was the target. Throughout my many years, over 45 years involved in grassroots football, and then I formed a Don't Cross the Line CIC, trying to improve the game, trying to keep these irate parents and spectators at bay, keeping them away from the referees, the young referees, majority of them now, who are getting the verbal abuse and the aggressive behaviour thrown at them. We wanted to stop that. We wanted to try and make sure that the kids were taken care of on the football pitch from the irate parents and spectators, and managers and coaches in some cases, throwing the verbal abuse towards the referee, which the kids hear. Now, our job was to go round and pinpoint the problems within grassroots football. Apologies for the phone, you'll have that for about a minute. But hey ho, this is me, this is on TV, this is you watching, and I don't know where that's come from actually. It's one of these scam calls, we all get them, and I'll be barring that, and I thought I'll put it on mute. Yeah, going back to what I was saying, we do not involve ourselves with the aggressive behaviour and the verbal abuse. We have a zero tolerance towards that, and anyone who knows me will know that we started this campaign up in 2003, and it's been very successful, and it's supported by football's governing bodies, and the Premier League officials wear our t-shirts once a year to get the message across about respect on and off the field of play. Protect our referees. You protect our referees, you simply protect our children. So you can see where this circle is and what we're trying to do, and we will approach parents, spectators, and irate managers if we have to, and just to say, we don't police it, we talk to them nicely, and we just say, look, it's about the referee's underage, that's a safeguarding issue, the kids are underage, another safeguarding issue, and we try and put the message into their heads, and it works 100% of the time when I've been out there, right the way through these many years of doing the campaign. I can honestly say, touch wood, I've not been threatened, I've not been verbally abused. People have understood the message that I put across. I have, honestly, and it's worked. We're the CCTV grassroots football. When we're there, nothing happens. When we move away, maybe all hell will break loose on certain games, because there's many times where I've been there and I've gone away and I've had a phone call or someone has told me, I wish you'd have stayed because it all kicked off. It's kicked off because we're not there. People are afraid to kick off when there's someone around and about, but when you see an opening and there's no one there, they'll have a go. Unfortunately now, the FA, the county FAs, have brought in new rules to stop all this, and obviously penalise the parents and also irate parents, irate managers, coaches, spectators, even the kids on the football pitch. So there is punishment, and we can honestly believe that we were part of this, and we are a successful campaign that ends this verbal abuse, aggressive behaviour, racist comments and bullying on and off the field of play. And our supporters, many of them, will agree with me. We want to work together with every organisation. There's many organisations out there will work together and then go off on their own way, and that doesn't bring in everyone in that circle sticking together and making a difference in grassroots football. But we've been going since 2003, very proud of the work that we've achieved and also what we do and the results that we've had, and that is unbelievable in my sense. And we've got even the media behind us, you know, football clubs like Liverpool and Everton have been involved with us since 2003, so what more could we ask for? So I've gone back now to grassroots football and what we're saying about standing down and watching the way the game has gone. And as I say, I went back into it, formed a club. The reason I formed the club was to get the message across about respect. And you know, that really worked, because there's not one complaint gone in about the two DXTL teams, the 8 or 7, we started them 7 to 8, 8 to 9 now. Not one, unblemished record. And you can ask the county FAs if any referee has put a complaint in about our teams. Not one. About our supporters, not one. I can honestly vouch for that. We put our foot down right from the beginning, and we stood our ground, and we had 1 or 2 problems with parents, and we sorted that out. Not on the field of play, not in games. We have been immaculate, the 2 teams. Hats off to the parents and hats off to the kids for realising what respect and don't cross the line is all about. Now, the reason I'm standing down is not because of the parents. You know, that is pressure in its own. It really is. And I'd be wrong to turn around and say, oh, parents are absolutely fantastic. I'd be wrong to say that. They're not. Not all parents are fantastic. You have a lot of problems throughout the season, and those parents will agree with me and go, yeah, hands held up high, yeah, we shouldn't. We should just stand back and get involved. And then we have parents who are absolutely brilliant to just let you get on with things you could do with them day in, day out. But that's unfortunately not going to happen in grassroots football, not with just our teams, with any team out there. So the reasons I'm standing a bit down and my son stood down is because of the admin, because of what happened in the disciplinary that involved a team, one of the teams, not DXTL, not Club DXTL, and I couldn't believe how it went on and what was discussed. I really could not. And obviously the story will come out, and let's get the disciplinary officer in the studio if he'd come, and then we could have it out there. Because under affiliation rules, I'm affiliated with the county FA, with the teams, but I'm not now, so I'm back to independence with Don't Cross the Line. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to go out, slate any county FA, go out and slate any governing body. It doesn't. It just means that I'm going to bring to the attention, more attention to them about what really is going on in grassroots football. And you, as the grassroots family, and I shouldn't say family, because I don't believe there is a grassroots family, because they all don't stick together. So I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't have used that. I did use it at the beginning of shows, going back last year, and I've realised, come to the conclusion that there is no grassroots football family. There isn't. There's too many breaks, too many individuals, too many organisations wanting to claim things as their own. That it's just not a family at all. If you worked the likes of we worked, it could have ended up as a family, but unfortunately, no. I'm on everyone's side out there. I'm trying to make grassroots football better for the kids and the young referees, and also the experienced referees. And anyone who knows me will stand there and say, I haven't got a bad word to say about myself, I've got no bad words about them. I work closely with each and every one of them, and I just want to make things different, make things right, make things enjoyable, and that's the work behind Don't Cross the Line, if anyone didn't know anything that we're doing. So you have to follow our Respect campaign, which is week in, week out. Whenever you're at grassroots football, support that referee, support your referee, and support the kids on the football pitch. Encouragement is key. We don't take the passion out of the game. We want to see passion, we want to see encouragement, and we want to see full support for the 2 teams that are playing on the day. And things are changing, things are looking better, and you can always make a difference yourselves. You don't need me. You can go out there and just applaud both sets of kids for putting on a great show of football. Even the referee, encourage the referee, saying thanks ref, even if that referee makes a mistake, you have to get on with it and just pretend it didn't happen, because we all make mistakes, and all we have to say is we're only human after all. You need to support them. Anyway, that is more or less the reason we're standing down, and stories will come out over the next few weeks, because I'm getting loads of people who are getting interested in me and wanting to get in touch with me, man@don'ttextheline.com, wanting to come on the show. You're invited on the show Friday, Saturday or Sunday. If you want to be interviewed by our young commentators, that's the Friday. sometimes like tonight, it won't be tonight. Someone we could have had room, but obviously it's a late cancellation. And apologies for all our young commentators on my behalf. No red cards going out today, no green cards going out today. It is purely me talking about grassroots football. And we're out and about tomorrow with the North Liverpool JFL. Not North Liverpool JFL. Where am I going from? It's the River Summer League. And it's been brilliant with Ray Woodhouse and his team from River Juniors putting on games for the kids. And you know what? It's put on, games are put on for the kids. You see a difference. Ray is doing about 10 games himself. People are saying, it's just all the River teams. Well, it was open to everyone, not just River teams, open to everyone who could get in there, possibly. And the two teams from the Jennings Football Academy, which is Betis and Genoa, have both gone into that. And the worst thing is they've got a 9 o'clock kick-off, both of them tomorrow. So I've got to split myself in two and find out what games. You could say half each, but let's see how things go tomorrow. Hopefully they're on back-to-back pitches. That'd be great, and I'd love that. I could stand on the line, just turn around, watching both games, and even the supporters would be made up watching both games there as well. But honestly, it's all about respect, all about passion and support, and that's what I want to see tomorrow at the River Summer League, honestly. And I've seen that. Well done, as I said, to the River Committee, all the organisers out there being friendly, people being friendly. We may get one or two incidents over the weeks, and maybe Ray's had that as well, but he will deal with it. He will deal with it, and I know he will. And we're there to support the league itself. It's been great, and you know, when the weather comes out and it's lovely, it's not too hot, it's lovely because the kids are enjoying it and some great football. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow, get to Jeffrey Humble and watch some of these games. Honestly, they are fantastic, and even get hold of Ray and put your team in there, but it's run right. The facilities are great, the staff are fantastic at Jeffrey Humble. You can't knock them. They're there, make sure everyone gets served, and people just get used to it. And there's teams there who are going straight back in to the North Liverpool League on the Saturday and to the Jeffrey Humble League on the Sunday. Yeah, they're all going into them. So they're all there practicing, so they don't have to go far. They can train there as well. Facilities are great, but unfortunately they're far too dear. And I want to do something about that next year. I want a campaign to bring the prices down for you teams at grassroots football, because I think it's costing far too much. Mums and dads who are working are putting their hands in their pockets, and it's costing them a fortune. Mum and dads who aren't working, not many clubs can utilise this and support them and give them free subs or give them some help towards, well, clubs are out there doing it, and we will name these clubs. We will get these clubs in and ask them what they do to support the teams, and there's many willing to come in. What can we do different? And also, as we all know, Dan Carden, MP, is backing us, and he's going to be on our side with grassroots football, with Don't Cross the Line, with the Respect campaign, supporting it strongly. So we'll have big support of him and many others for next season. So watch this space. And now everyone knows what's coming up. We've got a general election coming up. Make sure that you use your vote. Don't sit there. If you've got a vote, use it. Don't tell everyone else that you're sick of the way the country's running. You've got to vote. Use whatever campaign that you go to, whatever party you want to follow. That's entirely up to yourself. You can't stand by anyone who goes against your vote. I just put a vote in because I get support. I support everyone who supports me. And next week's general election is very important for all of us, general and also the grassroots football that I do. So I'm supporting a friend of mine and a brilliant MP, Dan Carden. I really am. And I think well, I'm not telling you what to do, but it's entirely up to yourself. But Dan works very, very, well, superbly indeed, getting what he does for the community. And he visits everyone in grassroots football, and he will be with me, and he's visiting all communities and making a difference. He wants to make change, and I want to let him make change. So he's got my vote. He's part of Don't Cross the Line. He's supporting the work that we do. is supporting you in grassroots football, but it's not just in grassroots football, it's in general. It's how the country is run, and we want to see change, don't we? I definitely want to see change, and I want to see change in my pocket rather than someone else's pocket. And if you're the same as me, well, it's entirely up to yourself who you vote, but just don't waste it. Get out there on the 4th of July and vote. Please make sure that you do that. Okay, thank you very, very much indeed for joining into the Grassroots Show. And obviously our young commentators will be back next week. Myself will be back again tomorrow at 7, or even before 7, and Sunday. And I'm looking forward to all these Euros. It was sad last night, there was no footy on. I was lost. I was enjoying it because it's been brilliant up to now. Let's hope it continues. And I'll see you tomorrow around about 7 o'clock. From myself, Mal Lane, all the team here, the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Respect Programme, No Ref, No Game, and our Hearts of Gold initiatives. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night, God bless.